Welcome to CarSceneKorea. I introduce newly released Genesis, Hyundai, and Kia cars. And as you saw from the thumbnail, the car I am test driving long term is 2026 Hyundai all-new Palisade. Just so you know, 2026 all-new Palisade now is available in gasoline and hybrid model only. There is no more diesel, unfortunately. And as far as the gasoline model is concerned, it is the i4 inline 2.5 liter engine that we've been seeing here and there, such as the motor used on Sonata and Line. I really love the fact that we are getting a variety of interior color choices even in Hyundai cars. Just so you know, it's not a Genesis. This car is also equipped with Preview Road Suspension System that literally previews the road in front of the vehicle, adequately controls the suspension to provide the best ride possible, which is introduced for the first time ever on this all-new Palisade as a Hyundai car. That was exclusively to Genesis cars in front of us, such as GV70, GV80, you name it. If you are looking for a full in-depth walk-around ASMR video, I have that on the channel. You can take a look at the car just like how you would in the showrooms. That's what my channel is all about, as you guys know. Walk-around ASMR video, my first impression, the test drive. I also have tested out the all-wheel drive, which is HTRAC for Hyundai, on snowy roads and conditions as well. In this video, I will go over the things that comes to my attention immediately test driving this car on a long-term and distance drives, things that come in handy and useful as you become a owner of this all-new Palisade and daily drive this vehicle together with your family, doggo. So I will be driving for next 30 if not 40 minutes. One thing I want to point out immediately is this thing right here. As a automotive YouTuber, vlogger, content creator, you name it, I often have to charge the batteries on the go, especially when I'm out shooting for the whole day. You can see that I currently have my phone hooked up to the C-type charging ports right here, which actually supports up to 100 watts maximum when used solo. It will drop down if you plug it into both of them and use it at the same time. The far left one is for the connected wireless Android Auto or CarPlay, but don't be confused. The car does support wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, of course, thanks to having the latest infotainment system called CCNC, Connected Car Navigation Cockpit, composed of dual 12.3-inch monitors right and left. So it is divided in the middle, and I've been saying this on and off here and there throughout my car reviews. That is, it doesn't really matter, to be honest, because that portion is mostly blocked by this portion of your steering wheel, so it is perfectly fine. However, there are other cars that have a 5-inch HVAC dedicated display here, which is also okay because you don't really touch that button, the HVAC, all that frequently as you operate the vehicle. I mean, it is fully automated, so just leave it at auto, which I'm gonna do now actually. This whole system you see here is built and dedicated for that and that only. So make a good use of this feature. And you can also see that I just casually turned on the HDA. The car is equipped with HDA2, Highway Driving Assist 2, which is the latest tech and feature from the Hyundai Motor Group thus far. It's included with this eye sensors. It is to meet that enhanced extra safety regulations around the world. There is this wireless charging pad in the middle, together with the fingerprint recognition system as well. Extra storage right here, and the reason why it's this tiny on this car is, I don't know if you guys noticed, but this car I am driving is actually a 9-seater car. So this one is actually a seat in the middle. Here in Korea, if you have 6 or more passengers sitting inside a vehicle, you can actually be on that bus only lane. That makes your travel a whole lot quicker. As you can see, there is no traffic on the bus lane, whereas I'm just going at 30-40 kilometers per hour on this expressway right now. Before this Palisade came along, it was the Carnival, the car you see on the left, and Staria or StarX, the RV, or more like minivan or large size vans were the only choices when you wanted such a car that can drive on the bus lanes here in Korea. But with this all new Palisade, the 9-seater, you can finally also drive this car on that bus lane with 6 or more people inside. And Palisade actually is drawing attention from those prospective buyers of Kia Carnival and other RVs that I've just listed. So let me know, drop in the comment below if you are that person who just really hates driving a minivan, but you had to go with it because you simply didn't have the choice. Let me know in the comment below. More about the seat configurations and how they are different on the second row seat as well as the first row seat. You can find it all on my previous video, so do not miss it out. Speaking of which, it yields to my next point. This car being a 9-seater, it has narrower seats both on the driver's seat as well as the shotgun, just due to the nature being. The 7-seater, 2 seats, captain seats on the second row and 3 seats on the third row seats. That car actually provides wider first row seats, driver and shotgun. So I do feel the seat being a little bit more tighter given the fact that this is a full-size flagship SUV. So the seat could have been wider, more comfy, but I can live with that. It's completely fine. And because this yields to the next point, the car comes with ergo motion seat, or it is called comfortable stretch because that name is reserved for Genesis, I believe. So the car does provide you that ergo motion seat. If you guys are used to that, you guys know what I mean. Just like it was with the predecessor, the ergo motion seat or comfortable stretch seat is only offered on the driver's seat. Something that my wife Dima does not like whatsoever because she absolutely loves the ergo motion seat as well as the comfortable stretch seats. Car comes with the auto stop and go. It is stop, engine shuts off, very cozy and comfy. I mean, it is the tech that we've been seeing here and there, so don't need to mention it all that much. And also, as you saw, when it detects the car in the front starts rolling, the engine will start up on its own. That way, it reduces the lag incurred by you putting your foot on the accelerator. A miscellaneous thing, you might say, but it does contribute quite huge to your driving experience. And imagine having that feature versus not throughout your entire ownership of this all-new Palisade. The car being all-wheel drive, named as HTRAC for Hyundai cars, the vehicle moves swiftly even when stopped on an uphill, as you just saw, and I believe that is a good compensation to a bit of lacking power derived from the i4 engine. I'll be honest and blunt, it's not the most strongest and it's not the fastest car you can get from Hyundai. Forget about the EV, let alone the ICE cars, but it's not like you will be doing a spirited drive. I mean, not that you can't, you could. There certainly is fun doing a spirited drive with low powered and a bit of sluggish car because it just provides that its own unique feeling. It's not recommended you put this car on a toge spirited runs. However, when it comes to city drives like ones I am doing for the past 30 minutes, I just cannot complain much about it. I mean, it's great to have the fastest car at a red light and stoplight. That way, I don't know, you can be the guy next to you. But if you operate this vehicle to its needs, which is being a family car, right? You want this soft, gentle push, both stop and go, which this car certainly provides, because I've been doing that for the past 30 minutes, right? I did run the car, taking photos and setting up my gears, and also I currently am seeing not the best fuel efficiency. It is 5.6 kilometers per liter for the past 54 minutes of driving 13 kilometers. The car can certainly do better with mixed fuel economy, but it is what it is. So once again, if you are looking for that power as well as the fuel economy, the hybrid is for you. Then what is the reason for you to get a gasoline model? It is very straightforward. It is the price difference between the gasoline model and the hybrid. So the price difference between the two, convert that to the mileage you'll be covering throughout the ownership, calculate that together with the gas money. It's a little difficult for you to actually retrieve that money difference between the ICE gasoline model versus hybrid. But then In other words, why would you go with the hybrid paying that much extra then? It's not just about fuel economy when it comes to hybrid cars nowadays. There is the hybrid motor assisting not just the fuel economy, but the drive. It controls the pitching, it controls your understeer and oversteer, it controls the torque of wheels even. Hyundai calls it to be the e-ride that you can look up. There is the e-motion, e-DTVC. There are names for every single feature that I just told you about, so feel free to find more details about it as you Google it. Being together with the car for the past 1 hour, I love the high line of sight I'm getting inside this all-new Palisade. Like I said, it is a full-size SUV, at least here in Korea. There are not that many big-size cars, unlike North American markets. Driving a big, tall car actually does provide you a good line of sight and visibility out the window. You drive a low car, your views are obstructed, which actually does contribute a lot to your safety. Not just you, but also fellow drivers and surroundings, which also includes the pedestrians, right? And something I mention all the time every time I see one, which is this flag type glass. And it's a little, so it is about the size of a palm. It is actually quite meaningful because that flag type glass gets rid of less blind spot created, and that plays a huge role when you frequently park the car in your driveway, in and out, reversing the car frequently. I mean, there are surround view cams and sensors always giving you that secondary safety aid. However, being able to physically see it with your eyes out the window is a whole new different story, because we unconsciously always are monitoring about that much, and having that as a blind spot versus not, day and night differences. I am near my destination. This is the end of my first day's impression. So feel free to drop in the comment below anything, everything you guys are curious about with this 2026 Hyundai all-new Palisade. Don't forget to like and subscribe CarSceneKorea if you did, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.